Man, Billy's just so good.
Yeah, I know it's.
I like go out of my way every time I'm back in camp. I was like, I need to go check up on Ferdinand.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, you know the wall scrolls that you can get from Rondine the trader?
Yeah.
Does she have Apex ones?
Let me check because I have all of them. Wait, I can't go into my house, can I?
You could just talk.
Wait, yeah.
You could go to the Buddy Plaza and talk to her, and see.
Oh, that's true. I don't even know what the thing is that. Let me see here. Okay. Yes. Apex, Arzuros, Rathian, Mizutsune, Rathalos, Diablos, and Ogre.
Okay, well, I'll never get those scrolls, but just through playing G rank, I'll eventually get the. I still have only fought like 4 Gyrototus, and you need more. I think you need 10 or more or something like that to get the scroll.
You have been spared a terrible fate that I have suffered.
Yeah, that monster is not. Oh, just an expedition.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Does anyone actually care?
No.
Like, I figured we could just hunt some guys here.
Okay.
Make our own quest.
Make a quest.
With hookers. Get it? Do you get it?
I actually didn't hear anything you said in that jumble.
That's fine.
I'm on it because I did my bike in. I'm not going to fit my camera.
Oh, okay. So you just use your cash for that.
Yeah, Chris, did you see that the Portal games just dropped on Switch out of nowhere?
Yeah, that was announced a while ago.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, but it's still cool that they're in a tight package, and
Yeah.
yeah.
There was kind of a lot in that mini direct.
I wonder how much that package is.
I looked it up. It's $20.
That's perfectly fair for those two very, very good games.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because I'm like, I might just buy those again. Because I had them on my terrible PC when you lent me your Steam.
When I just said, hey, log into my Steam account, you need to play these
Yeah.
games.
That was the only time I've ever had access to them. So, where the hell is Outer Wild?
I know. Why was it?
It's
I was
unbelievable at this point.
Like my pipe dream was that and or Silk Song would get mentioned, but nope.
Mm-hmm.
Portal 2 crossplay Switch and PC, because
Now that could be fun.
that would be fun.
And even if there's not crossplay, if we wanted to pop $20, well, it's only 2-player, right?
Yeah, the Portal 2 thing is co-op 2 players.
I'm going for the Bazelgeuse. Yeah, I've never played Portal 2 co-op, but I imagine it's fun. Can you make your own puzzles in that?
There was on PC, there was like a community workshop thing where people have a lot of levels. I wonder if that's
But
on Switch.
you couldn't necessarily get it.
I'm just gonna spend the first part of this expedition seeing what stuff is part of that package.
Sure, why not?
Portal, companion, Switch, custom levels, I guess is what I'll search.
Yeah, hopefully it would come with something to do that, but Valve doesn't really seem to be operating at 100% capacity anymore, so
Yeah, they made
knows?
a lot of Steam Decks, and people seem to be actually pretty satisfied with those. So
yeah, I heard generally they're all right.
you know,
Just
once you fucking
Some
can
battery
get
life
them.
issues and and very noisy fans. I think some of those numbers seem bigger than they used to be on the Turf Wars. I don't know if it's a Sunbreak thing or. Shoot. Whatever.
Here's a breakdown of the game from Valve. No, I want like a comprehensive like list of what's on it, not just Valve telling me what the game Portal is. Portal came out in 2007. I know what it is.
But you bought it for $60 then. Now it's $20.
Oh. I fucking genuinely don't remember how much it was when I bought it.
I mean, did you buy it in the box or whatever, the orange box?
No, I didn't. I did not have the orange box. I didn't. Muted because of dogs. I didn't get on Portal until like right before Portal 2 came out. Because a lot of friends were like, this game is very good. And so I'm like, sure. I'll see what's up with it. And then I'm like, oh, this is one of my favorite video games ever. And it has stayed up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember very much liking Portal 2. Portal 1 just feels like a very good tech demo for the game that is Portal 2.
Oh, there was a Humble Bundle that had a lot of Capcom things. So now on my computer, I have Ultra Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, the Devil May Cry HD Collection, Devil May Cry 5, Dragon's Dogma, and a couple other things.
Damn.
Yeah.
For like what, $20 or something?
Yeah, 10 or 20, yeah. And like
Humble bundles are insane.
Yeah, they can be for sure. And I know that Dragon's Dogma has like the cult following
really like
of
that.
Monster Hunter before Monster Hunter World, and I'm like, I'll check it out if they're supposedly working on a new one.
Yeah, I know Gaijin Hunter really likes that one, but just generally, I've never really heard anything bad about it, other than that it's
a little clunky,
grindy. Yeah, grindy, clunky, anime-y, and I'm like, well, that's Monster Hunter.
Yeah, and I mean, it's from like 2010 or something like that, so...
Mm. Yeah, there was a game I was considering getting on Vita that Gaijin also likes a lot.
Gravity Rush.
No, I mean, I'll certainly get that, but it was like a Monster Hunter-esque game, but much more like Cthulhu, like Call of Cthulhu-y, or just like more Eldritch horror-y. And it looked kind of cool, and it's got a score by Mitsuda that sounds really awesome. And it seemed like it was a Monster Hunter clone that wasn't like a really cheap knockoff, like some of them are. Like it actually had a kind of compelling reason that you're fighting all these demons or whatever.
On March 13th, 2011, I purchased the game Portal for $15. And then on June 15th, 2011, I purchased Portal 2 for $50.
Yeah, 50 I think was the going rate back then.
Yeah. When did Portal 2 launch?
When did Portal 2 launch?
In 2011. April 18th. So I got Portal right before Portal 2 happened, and then a little bit later got Portal 2.
Portals.
Portals.
I like portals.
Oh!
That was awful to behold.
Yeah, at
One
first
day
I
I'll
thought you
witness
were
it.
like reacting to fighting this monster, and then I realized you haven't moved since we started.
No,
I'm
he's been
not.
looking up portal.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything about like the custom
was
map stuff being available on the Switch, but still,
Hmm.
there's still very good games with a cool little co-op.
Oh. There we go. Ooh.
Yeah, I always heard good things about the Portal 2 co-op, but never once got a chance to play it.
I remember the Game Grumps did like a series of them doing Portal 2 co-op, and it seemed like it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Mostly because Dan, for whatever reason, just decided to be a troll, and like anytime Aaron had everything all set up and was ready to like solve the puzzle, he would like turn off one of the portals and launch Aaron to his death.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's one of the things that makes it consistently fun. Is just fucking around with each other, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially because they kind of play into it with the two robots, like dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Hello there.
Yeah, Valve is just such an absurdity of a company.
Yeah. I literally did not even recognize that was Valve Man in the Dragon Ball video I sent you. I was just like, oh,
I mean,
with a beard.
he's had a beard for a long time now,
Mm.
but he's not in the meme that everyone knows.
Yeah. The haha, where's Half-Life 3 meme?
Yeah, dude,
Or
where
the
is it?
Steel meme.
Mm.
Did you play Half-Life, Chris? I can't remember.
I've done most of the first Half-Life. Every now and then, I'm like, yeah, I should get back to trying those games, but they're more.
Does it like actually seem compelling enough for anyone to really care that much?
Based on, I mean, the first one, it's impossible to judge, right? Because it was like 1999.
It's old.
It's old.
Yeah.
It was like the first thing since Doom that like shook up first-person shooters.
Mm-hmm.
But the second one is what people really are on about, right? Or second one part whatever, yada yada.
Okay, the one thing I'm seeing is someone asking, like, who are you? John Cartwright. GVG official. What is GVG? What are you? What outlet are you? Good Vibes Gaming. Okay, so some YouTube guy. Just posted some stuff on Twitter. Portal 2 has online split screen and multi-system wireless, but someone says, does it have crossplay? Don't think so, which is a little vague. But, I don't know.
Why the frick is the white essence on this thing?
Come on, Basil Christ.
I will say the gyro helps with Insect Glaive a lot. I can't really imagine trying to aim this thing separately in another game.
That's what it's called, the Perpetual Testing Initiative.
The what is it? Oh, okay. That's the function.
That's the, hey, it's a level editor. People can make their own stuff.
Mm. Ouch. Ouch.
Ow. I was very far away from that, but it hit me anyway.
Thank you. I was like, I need to get some space before I try and heal myself.
Okay, yeah, Games Radar says it looks like the only thing that will be missing is the level creator added to Portal 2 as part of the Perpetual Testing Initiative DLC.
That's too bad.
That's too bad. I mean, I'm still, like, even I never dove much into that, and I played like Portal and Portal 2 each like 5 or 6 times probably. Like it's just good. There was a point where I played the first Portal way more than that, because there was a point where I was able to beat it consistently under an hour.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I'm very familiar with that game, it turns out.
Maybe he's definitely.
That'd be like my Jack and Daxter speed run.
Yeah.
I mean, not actual speed run, but
just plow through.
I do know where everything is in that game.
Yeah.
Every single minute collectible.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to be able to get to that level with Hollow Knight, but I really just don't. Like, there are too many other games I want to play that I'm like, I think I'm dropping my time with Hollow Knight for a while.
I mean, what else do you need to do?
I got to the point in the God Home DLC, which is just, hey,
there's a DLC?
There was a lot of free DLC that I think just came packaged with it in the Switch version.
Okay.
But God Home is a bit where you can fight every boss in the game again individually, and then you can do it harder, where they either give it new moves or they like change up the arena that it's in, so there's like extra spikes or something on the ground, so you have to keep moving. And then there's also Pantheons, which is just boss rushes. And there are a couple new bosses in that game, in that DLC too, like the guys that teach you the arts for your nail.
Yes.
You get to fight them. They were added as bosses in that DLC. Stuff like that.
Are there multiple guys? I thought there was just one guy.
There are 3 arts you can teach and 4 nail masters total. So you fight 3 of them, and then the guy who sells you stuff, the shopkeeper, is like the nail master who taught all of them.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
What about the bank lady?
Really
Can you cut her head off?
But it seems very hard.
No, I think
it is very hard.
It's reasonably hard, yeah. I think there were like 2 bosses that I spent like a couple hours trying to beat. Everything else was like, a few tries, and then the bang your head against impossible platforming challenge, which I also did for that also took like 4 or 5 hours. I thought it was rewarding.
Ooh, hey.
I understand why others wouldn't.
I just got absolutely destroyed by a Rajang laser down here. I was just running. No. Leave me alone. Nope, it's following me. It's pissed. Okay, good. It ran away. Ooh, nope. Okay. I was trying to get to... I don't know where I came off the trail so much. There we go.
Okay, so when my wirebug glows blue, it just like... if I send it out, it does a lot more damage. Kind of cool.
How does it turn blue? Is it like a special switch skill, or?
No, I think it's just a timed recharge thing.
Oh. Is that part of the insect glaive?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, this is my kinsect, not my wirebug. Really went in on the insect thing. There we go.
Well, I cook.
Take that and that. Hey, y'all.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, all right. Tail cut. Do you need stuff from the Bazelgeuse?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Tim doesn't need stuff from anything.
Pretty much don't need anything from anything at this point.
Oh, okay.
But that will change soon.
Mm.
Oh, Oh yeah, remember Bazelgeuse is in this game?
Oh, so that's what I ran past on my way up here.
Yeah, are we gonna get Gravios?
So have they already announced all the monsters that are going to be in Sunbreak, or are they like keeping some a secret?
I'm sure there are some that are secret, but from what I understand, they've kind of shown most of what's going to be in the
First wave.
launch version of Sunbreak. Yeah, they're gonna have a couple waves of free DLC for it.
Okay.
And the first of which says, well, what did the first one have? Oh yeah, the Bazelgeuse subspecies, as well as. Do you remember the other thing in the first group, Chris?
No.
There was one oh yeah, it was the Lucent Nargacuga.
No.
But the what?
It was. I was just being an ass.
But it also says several other new monsters. So presumably, usually when they say several, it is like the minimum amount that could constitute several.
So 2
So
to
that's like-
3.
Yeah, probably 3, I guess.
Man, now I'm thinking about I'm back playing this game again, but I'm thinking about Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Portal. My brain
What the fuck are you talking about?
my brain is bad.
Monster
I'm thinking
Portal.
about Portal again and how good that game is.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh look, shinies. Thanks.
Yeah, it was good.
You know that the the cake
Oh,
is a lie.
What?
Like, thinking logistically, without Portal, do you think Undertale would exist? Or, like, I don't know, just like games with a major quirk factor to them?
Yeah, because Earthbound.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was kind
That
of
was the one.
Undertale. But I mean, I could definitely see, because Portal was definitely known for like GLaDOS and being quirky and
Kind of-
sassy, more like it. But
Mixing your expectations in with how wacky everything is.
mhm.
I mean,
Portal.
Oh, you're asleep for some reason.
I go to sleep.
all-time
something
great
here?
all-time great Tim.
Yeah.
I got it.
I know. Oh, sure. Your first act.
Yes.
Yeah, your first act in the expedition.
The act of the apostles. Why is Bazelgeuse here? Why are you leaving again? I don't care about Bazelgeuse.
It went almost as far away as it could.
Yeah, I'm going to that camp.
Chris,
There's
on any of
also-
your... Okay.
There's also a tail laying somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You see it on the map somewhere.
Do-do-do-do-do. Sitting on the map.
What were we going to say on?
I was just going to say, I was going to ask Chris if he ever looks at the YouTube transcripts for his uploads.
I do not. I imagine many times they are completely unintelligible.
They're not too bad. I sent Tim one the other day because it was funny because it made Jordan sound like a sociopath.
Jordan does a good job of that on his own.
Yeah.
Definitely true.
But it was just like a coincidence that like he was saying something and then you interjected and said something and it made it like assume that it was another word and it just made him sound very sadistic.
We'll just say what it is.
What'd you say, Tim?
I said just say what it is.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to. Well, yeah, I guess Chris has seen it, obviously, because he cut it up. But it was when we were talking about Clint Malarchik.
Oh, yes. And I said that's
Well,
the
when-
sound that his throat made.
Yeah, well, there was one part where, because Tim was asking if that happened as part of like the Calgary Flames Edmonton Oilers rivalry, and Jordan was like, "No, that was an axe, or it was like No, I forget what he said, but it was basically it was like no, and that was an accident. Oh yeah, it was like he got his throat slit, and that was an accident. But the way that Chris interjected it said he got his throat slit, and that was awesome.
Mm.
I was cracking up, and then it was just a bunch of stuff about Buffalo Man.
Which I do not remember.
Yeah, it's just because
I know I was like trying to do 2 timestamps a day to try and catch up, and now I'm incredibly behind yet
Well,
again.
yeah, you. I mean,
Yeah,
you're on
well, I mean,
vacation.
you were on vacation, so
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
until
that's-
someone tells me to do something, I'm not going to do anything and pretend
Yeah.
I'm on vacation still.
Sure.
yeah.
Tomorrow could be a big Monster Hunter day.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It
was.
may as well be.
I do have
'cause-
to go to Keystone at some point tomorrow because I'm looking for like a nice dress shirt to wear with my suit for wedding.
to Mario Party.
What wedding?
My friend Jamie is getting married next Saturday.
In Chicago?
Yeah. I mean, some suburbs, but yeah. First friend from high school who's getting married.
Nice. Be
This is-
ready to have many more come in a very short span.
Well, it depends. Are many of them in long-term relationships?
I think only one, and I might be third with my whole 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Basil Christ, come back.
Thing has
I think
left
that's
so many times.
I know.
At least it just went right around the corner.
Yeah. Christ, come back!
See the Basil guys rounding the corner. What's he doing there? I don't know.
Nice. I
Basil, great!
I used a
What?
pinecone bomb to get the fucking the
Oh, your counter slash?
yeah.
Rage slash?
Do you know about the shoulder bump, Tim?
Yeah.
It seems pretty imperative to modern greatsword.
Yeah. I feel like I need to incorporate it more into my movement because it has like super armor, right? Through a lot of shit.
I think it might, yeah, and it also can speed through your greatsword combo really quickly.
Yeah. Because you bump and immediately it puts you into rage slash after that, right?
Yeah, you can bump and then you're at level 2, and then you bump and you're at rage slash.
Mm.
How's this thing not blue yet? I feel like we've been fighting it forever.
Well, I wasn't here for.
Yeah, Chris was not here
That's
for most
true.
of it.
And it keeps running away.
And it has, yeah, triple player health, so. But again, I am literally just putting. There's no reason for this quest other than to just hunt something.
Mhm. So many pine cones.
Yeah, I'm getting fucked up by the pine cones.
I can't.
Yeah.
There's going to be such an
They're
increase in pinecone rate in Sunbreak.
probably. Oh yeah, because Sergio's.
Sergio's and this guy's special big guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's called. He's the special big guy. Sergio's special big guy Bazelgeuse.
Yeah. He's already. There's Sergios, then Bazelgeuse is special big guy Sergios, and then subspecies Bazelgeuse is special big guy Bazelgeuse. How do you feel about that?
I love it.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't love you.
Oh.
Yeah. So just chew on that. Think about what you can improve upon. Just,
Oh, yeah.
just fundamentally who you are, what you can improve upon.
I don't know if I know who I am anymore.
More. Girl, look!
Why can I not use my wirebug? Okay. I can't, like, break the animation while I'm doing my air bullshit.
Break your animation, feel the rain on your skin.
Oof,
That is
that's a
not
little
the song I
tuneless.
was expecting you to get
No one
into.
else can feel it for you, only you can. Natasha Bedingfield.
I believe you.
Good.
Singer,
What was the
songwriter,
one-
woman.
What was the one that Leona Lewis did that was famous?
Was it from the 90s?
No, it was like mid 2000s.
I could not tell you.
What was
Chris
it?
might not be able to either if it's not from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's past like 2004, ooh.
Probably not, right? Whatever you're talking about.
Oh yeah, it was Bleeding Love. Keep bleeding, keep.
Oh, my
wow.
lord.
That's like 2008.
God, that
Yeah,
that song was so constant back then.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
Keep me up in the night, keep bleeding.
Whatever reason,
Noxious.
Leona Lewis did the Natasha Bedingfield song you were singing.
Prefer sandwiches sin queso.
Blue.
Fun boy.
I want a sandwich without egg.
Time to be blue.
Now then,
I was reading an article about how this new Elvis movie apparently isn't very good.
te aman.
Who's in it again?
Tom Hanks
Te goce tengo menos.
as an
Is-
old fat man. Like a prosthetic old fat man.
Wait, is he Elvis?
No, it's like some young actor I've never heard of.
Okay.
But I mean, they did make him look very good as Elvis, but I've just heard it's not a very good movie.
I mean, like, who gives a shit about Elvis?
Old
Yeah.
white people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
And it gives them an excuse to be like, let's get current artists to redo Elvis songs that nobody asked.
Oh, that sounds rough.
Yeah, because it's Baz Luhrmann, so of course you got to have contemporary music.
Oh my god, of
Movie
course
about
it's Baz
Elvis.
Luhrmann.
Mm-hmm.
We have not seen our
I bet it's the most obnoxiously edited film of all time.
Oh my god! Yes, exactly that. From the trailer I've seen, it looks. I was like, I am not going to see this movie.
Yeah.
Could barely.
There's one
stand
thing
the Great
he's known
Gatsby.
for, it is that.
Yeah. Could barely stand the Greek Gatsby, so I was like, I'm not watching a movie about Elvis directed by this man.
Hmm.
To be fair, though, I'm not a big fan of the Great Gatsby either. So, like as a book, so
Yeah.
Aquella es
People seem to really like Moulin Rouge, but I've never seen it.
Oh, is that Baz Luhrmann?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Was that like his first real big movie, or was that
Yeah,
Romeo
pretty much.
X Juliet?
Romeo X Juliet might have been first, but I think Moulin Rouge is like the only one people are like, hey, he made a good one.
Yeah, I mean,
Seems like-
God damn it, fucking radial menu. Just
Oh, no.
dropping bombs.
Oh, no.
Oh god, it's got to be so close to death.
The bomb might have done it.
Yeah, I was scared. It was like fuck. But yeah, I did enjoy Moulin Rouge when I watched it, but I'm also a big Ewan McGregor simp. So,
That was one of his first big ones, I think. Other than train watching? Is that
Train Spotting.
Spotting.
Mm-hmm.
That's close.
I think isn't he a meth addict in that one, or like
It's something
maybe it's heroin,
to that degree.
something with needles.
Oh, well, it was going to fall asleep, but then the Basarios was here again.
That's supposed to be a pretty decent movie.
Basarius?
Train Spotting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wasn't there like a sequel to it?
Yeah, that was like 20 some years after the original.
Yeah.
Plain identifying.
Plain identifying. First, I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Plain bad
Thanks.
one.
Car observing.
The Bazelgeuse is hard to pilot. I'm gonna be honest. Pretty terrible.
Well, it's weird too because like did Moulin Rouge come out? Was that what that was early 2000s, right?
Probably.
I think so. Very early.
Because the music video for Mr. Brightside.
Bazelgeuse left the locale. He was too
I'm
embarrassed
sick of
by
this.
his performance.
Literally came in to fuck up the sleep and then it just left.
Yeah,
Hey, it's 12:01. Want to see if Sunbreak exists?
sure.
It's late.
It is late.
I don't think it exists. I think it might have told me. I just did home menu and then clicked A.
The Bazelgeuse died and I'm just like 5 miles away from it.
Oh, are you not here?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
Wait,
don't
where
know
are you?
I get so
One of these hours. Real quick.
I get so lost in this one specifically. Oh wait, this is a different. Wait, no, it's not. Okay.
You might actually be able to get here because there's no time limit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It'll probably stay here for a while.
Here's a person.
So just look at our arrows on the map.
Okay.
Here's a person on the Monster Hunter subreddit who goes by lesbian,
Nice.
or lesbian. Anyway, saying can vouch for Switch. Keep trying. Took me 3 tries, and then it said it was live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just like lots of people downloading all at the same time or something.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, found some shiny shit. I'm finding lots of Bazelgeuse parts on my way up here. Oh.
I completed it.
Oh, okay. I thought my internet went out for a sec. I was like, oh, fuck. Is Bazelgeuse an Elder Dragon? Or is it just a regular monster?
Nah, it's just normal.
Okay.
It's actually a gazelle.
Ah.
Yeah, they just got it backwards. They got this one wrong.
I just like that Tim on my screen, you can't see anything about him except for his weapon sticking out of the of the Bazelgeuse's head.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go use the restroom. Let me know if you discover anything about Sunbreak.
Tim, I still don't think I've gotten the get 1,000 spear bugs or 1,000 fucking whatever those shitty gold bugs are. I still haven't. I still don't have that somehow.
Huh. I mean, I do that one a lot for my subquests, like the get such and such gold spear bugs. So I'm used to going out of my way to look for them. Sometimes
I was going out ever since I realized I wasn't there. I had been going out of my way.
I have probably played this twice as long as you.
That's true. Maybe more.
Possibly more. Yeah.
Where's my bed in my room?
All right, I'm going to use the restroom.
Do it.
Goodbye.
Do I no longer have a bed in my room? Did they get rid of that in this one?
Reagan just threw it out.
Oh, well. I guess I'll save through the menu like a chump, and then I'll do it again because Pokemon.
Am I not in the lobby? Why did my hunter thing? Oh wait, no. You. Never mind. I was very confused.
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
So I can probably delete this demo now, since the actual game is on our doorstep. Thanks for coming.
I never remember any of the, like, there's so many there are like 7 catchphrases that he says in that, and I always forget 80% of them.
Yeah, it's sure. Thanks for coming. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Let me see if I can. Cinco FaceTime Party Snoozer. I'm glad that Google immediately knew what I was looking for.
Wake up.
No. So tired.
No.
Okay. I understand.
Oh, wait.
Sure, why not? Thanks for coming. Sounds good.
The console will now access the internet to confirm